Two Shyamalan movies this year. Two stinkers. Let's review Trap. Trap stars Josh Hartnett, Salika Shyamalan, Ariel Donahue, and is directed by M Night Shyamalan. What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new 2024 review. We're going to do the new M Night movie, Trap. We're going to review that, Trap. If you remember, a few months ago, we had Watchers. His daughter, I think it's Ishana Shyamalan, something like that. I wasn't the biggest fan of Watchers. And this trailer for this movie, Trap, I remember seeing this, the trailer in the theater, probably before Watchers and a lot of other movies, because they constantly play the same trailers before movies in theaters. But the crowd was like, oh, this looks like this could be fun. And the gimmick here was that it looked like they were revealing a twist in the trailer itself.
I see them.
Somebody help me!
Dad.
This is like a new ground covered by Shyamalan. You know, he's famous for the twist at the end of his movies. But what if he actually put a twist in the trailer? And that information is that in the trailer, it lets you know that Josh Hartnett is probably the butcher, the killer guy, you know, whatever, the guy that they're searching for. Now, as with most, if not all, of M. Night's movies, I'm always very careful with what I tell you in terms of spoilers. This will be no different. I will be careful because there's always the possibility of a twist at the end of the movie. I'm not going to tell you if there's a twist at the end of the movie. I will say the final act in this movie sends it right over a cliff, all right? But we'll get to that. So anyway, first off, let's give you a quick plot synopsis. Josh Hartnett plays Cooper. He's got this daughter by the name of Riley. He's taking her to this concert. Salika Shyamalan plays Lady Raven. That's her, I guess, stage name at this show. Think of her as like the movie world's Taylor Swift, right? It's almost like she's going to a Taylor Swift concert, except it's Lady Raven. And in this world, Lady Raven is probably as big as Taylor Swift. And so a good portion of this movie is at the concert. And then the gimmick here is that he is trapped. The killer, the butcher, as he's known, is trapped in the Coliseum. And he's got to find a way out of this. And that's it, really. That's your whole plot synopsis. And Josh Hartnett playing Cooper. There are so many scenarios in this where he's trying to outwit, you know, the law enforcement that are trying to get him. You have like freaking SWAT teams. You got like the FBI. This place is crawling under the seams with the authorities trying to capture him. Okay, before I jump into what I didn't like about the movie, and there's a lot that I didn't like about the movie, I will start off with some pros. Josh Hartnett is probably the most likable guy next to like Paul Rudd maybe on the planet, Brendan Fraser. He fits right in that mold. We always want to see him succeed. I've always been a big fan of Josh Hartnett. Even as much shit as I give Halloween H2O, I don't have a problem with Josh Hartnett at all. I actually like him in that movie. He's just so likable. This is no different. You do like him. He is a really good actor. And, you know, he does his best to flesh out Cooper and show his many personality traits. He comes across as a really good dad. Good-looking guy. They showcase that with the reaction of some of the characters. You know, you just buy him as like, there's no way this guy could be the butcher, a killer. And I do think they sell that. You know, he's very charming. I think it does help too that he has his daughter Riley with him. You could see how someone could buy or maybe let their guard down, you know, against this guy. I can buy that for sure. Okay, I'm going to be fair here with that. I do like the scenario of being in one location like this in a concert. I think that is kind of a cool idea for, you know, trying to capture a serial killer or just having a serial killer in that environment. And I think if this movie was really good, we'd get to see that killer in action, taking out victims throughout. I think that would be really fun, right? But no, you get none of that at all. It's more of just a cat and mouse. That's what this is. And you know what? That's fine. It's fine for a movie to be a cat and mouse type movie and not show any violence, But I think you got to have a really, really smart script to pull that off. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the cons, because that's pretty much all I got for you with the pros. I will say, it does feel like M. Night is trying to showcase his daughter's talent in this. I don't know if she's trying to have a singing career. I mean, you get an entire playlist of music by her throughout this whole movie. Guys, I love movies with music in them. Popular songs, especially songs that are only found in the movie. I can't really give you a yay or nay as far as if you'll like this music or not, because it's not really my brand. I'm more on the rock side of things, even though I'm pretty well-rounded. And I can tell when a song is really catchy. At first glance, I'd say most of these songs are throwaway songs. I wouldn't run right out to get the soundtrack to this. And there's so many movies that have like pop type, like Footloose. Footloose has a variety of different music in it, but all those songs are just extremely catchy. None of these songs to me were catchy. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, or not wrong, but if you think, hey, I love the music of this movie. Maybe you do, but I didn't at all. M. Night's daughter does get some acting challenges in this, and he does kind of prop her up for those challenges. I don't think she's there as far as like being able to, how should I put this? I guess carry an important role, because she is an important character in this movie. I don't think she's horrible or anything, but he is giving her some heavy acting weight to carry. But, I'm not going to try to make it sound like the acting is the worst part of this movie. No, the acting is fine. Yeah, there are some bad spots here and there. But overall, you're not going to be walking out of this saying, oh my God, the acting ruined it for me. Not at all. As a matter of fact, M. Night, his characters do have a certain flavor to them, and you will find that in here. Now, here's my big problem with this movie. If you're going to give me a con artist, and a con artist could be a killer, could be just a thief, whatever. This is supposed to be a freaking serial killer. You got to sell it to me. You got to make me believe that this guy duped some really smart, intelligent, trained people. I mean, he has literally the FBI, the best of the FBI coming after him. He's got freaking SWAT teams. He gets by them way too easily, and I think it insults the audience's intelligence. It definitely insulted mine. And you're going to roll your eyes quite a few times throughout this movie. Like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? And I hate to be that guy in the movie that goes, Jesus, and I didn't out loud. I kept my inner struggle, inner turmoil at bay to myself. I was quiet throughout the movie, but oh my God, I wanted to scream out loud sometimes. Gee, are people really this stupid? And also, this script is just really, really weak. And it just feels like he's laying the tracks, story-wise and even dialogue-wise, along the way, right? It doesn't feel like this whole thing's fleshed out way in advance, and, he's like 2 steps, 3 steps ahead of the audience. And this is M. Night Shyamalan. I'm not saying all of his movies are great, but man, he is a very good writer at times. And we're jumping off of his last movie, Knock at the Cabin, which I thought was very well written, very effective movie. Loved the characters in there. And this was a case where the story was just very weak. I think another pass needed to be taken, because there are so many scenarios where it's kind of like at the end of Halloween Resurrection, where he swaps bodies or, outfits, whatever, because he doesn't really, there's no violence in this movie at all. And if you're giving me like a butcher, a serial killer type movie, I'd like a little bit of violence, I guess the point I'm trying to make is I didn't feel any tension. There was nothing making me grip my chair. There were no moments where I'm begging and hoping that a character makes it out of this. I was just watching a really dumb story unfold in front of me at the end of the day. That's what I was doing. I do like the idea of, a family man, this guy being a family man, and how he could be this ruthless killer and be able to evade his family or just deceive them. they don't really play around with that idea too much outside of the obvious. So, yeah, I think this is just a very superficial script, and it doesn't really go deep beneath the surface. It tries. It definitely tries, but it fails. It fails miserably. And by the way, the head of the FBI here looks like an 80-year-old woman. Oh, and also for a rating, I would give this a 2 hours lost, okay? Not quite a Looped in Hell, but definitely a 2 hours lost. I'll never watch this again. I think you get where I'm coming from on this. I am not shocked that there was no, like, press screening, at least in my area, for this movie. It's just really bad, and it's a shame because I thought this was going to be pretty good, but now we got 2 Shyamalan movies this year, and to me they're both stinkers. All right, so I'm sorry that I shit all over this movie, but it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Trap. I hope you guys find some enjoyment. There are a couple of funny-ish moments in it, but not really. So, yeah, looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Also, subscribe to the channel, damn it, if you haven't yet. All right, we do fun stuff over here. We have snacks, and we have a jolly good old time. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do Free for Fridays. Follow me Drumdums on my socials. Support me on Patreon. Buy me a coffee. Become a channel member. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Drumdum out.